Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Daniel Cross, and today we're going to be playing Titanfall. We're going to be revisiting one of the gameplays that I had where I believe I dropped like 17 some kills with a sniper, and we're going to talk a little bit about how I feel about this game, you know, just general first impressions. I'm a little bit behind because of school and, you know, just keeping myself busy, but I gotta say guys, first impressions on this game, it's really well put together. I thought it would be something I'm either going to like it or I'm absolutely going to hate it. And I gotta say, it's a lot different, but you also have to think about when you first pick this game up, or when you hear about it, what is the one thing that people say all the time? Oh, Titanfall is going to be a Call of Duty killer, blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of like a little bit misleading, because Titanfall never actually stated that they're the COD killer. That's just what a bunch of other people kind of, you know, put into the mouths of others with their news articles and whichever else, to get that impression ingrained into you in a way of like, Titanfall is going to come in and just kick Call of Duty in the teeth. Like, that's something that's kind of depressing, because a lot of people who pick this game up are going to have the impression that this game is Call of Duty and that's how it's going to play like. And it's not. That's completely different. Do I feel that this game will kill Call of Duty? Absolutely not. Do I feel that it's going to be a contender between Call of Duty, Battlefield, and whichever FPS that we have on console? Sure, why not? Is it going to compete with Destiny? You never know. Then again, you have Halo versus whatever. You know, Halo fans are pretty dedicated, except for the last few games. Oh my god, let's not talk about that. But overall, sniping in this game, I thought it would be kind of different. I thought, well, I kind of predicted it to be more Battlefield-like, and it somewhat is because of the hitbox. The hitbox is about a one-shot headshot, and you only get this one sniper rifle. So it's kind of touchy on what you're using. Like, you don't really know what else they'll put in the game. Are they going to have different sniper rifles? Is this it? Is this the only one and that's what they limit it down to? Or are they going to have certain bolt-action sniper rifles and whatever else? There are some things called burn cards that give you power-ups that'll help you throughout the game. And once you use it, if you die, you lose the power-up. So it's not super overpowered. You can get a bolt-action sniper. It's like an upgraded version of this, but it has a little bit of bullet drop on it, and it allows you to get one-shot kills to pilots because it's an explosive round. You just have to hit them in a decent size area, usually in the chest, or a little bit like right on their feet. If not, it won't kill them. But sniping in this game, you guys can't play this like Call of Duty, and that's what I said before. Is it going to be a COD killer or whatever? And, you know, they play completely differently, but there are some similarities. Like when you're up close having gunfights, it's fantastic. Using an assault rifle, using whatever. The handguns, the pistols, the shotguns. I didn't really touch the shotguns yet, but I have been killed by them, and they seem to be doing a pretty decent amount of damage, and they kind of confuse you when you start getting shot at with them. It's not something that I was used to, but it goes back to Call of Duty in a way. Like, if you walk into a room and someone shoots a Spaz 12 at you, you know, you're kind of done at that point. But this game seems to be very well put together. It's very smooth. The wall running adds this entire new aspect to the game. It allows you to be very creative on how you get up to certain positionings in buildings. If you have someone camping somewhere, you can be really effective with it. I can't wait until I get my Xbox One scuff, because there's going to be a paddle on the bottom of mine that'll allow me to jump and wall run. And I can probably do that a lot easier than taking my thumbs off the joysticks. So it'll definitely change the game up if you become very mobile and you can maneuver around a lot. That's something I like to see. You know, it's basically Mirror's Edge on drugs, and it's fantastic. Like, being able to go where you want to go in a video game has always been one of those things that's usually restricted. Like, nope, sorry, you can't go to this pathway. We're just going to put an invisible wall there. With Titanfall, you kind of have whatever say you want. You can go wherever you want to go, and it's really cool within limitations. Like, you know, on the outside of the map, whatever. But if you're staying super far to the outside of the map, you're never going to find a pilot anyway. So you have to kind of engage yourself into that fight. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems with not helping your team and, you know, just not doing what you should be doing. The way that I like Titanfall is it's going to be a team-based game. You can be a slayer all you want in this game and help your team. Like, that's common sense for every FPS, Call of Duty, Halo, whatever. But as soon as everyone starts getting Titans, if you don't call in yours and you don't help support your team in destroying the other Titans, it's a very quick and easy way for you guys to fall behind on points and just fall behind in map control and lose the game. So I feel that this game is more directed toward teams. It's more directed toward working together than other games, and that's something that a lot of people might like and a lot of people are going to dislike, because if you don't have a lot of friends on Xbox and you're sitting down and you try to play this and you're on a bad team, you're just going to get kicked in the face over and over, and it's not very fun. When I had the beta, it was really, really exclusive access. I think I was one of the few first 100 people to have access to it, and we couldn't really find full games all the time. So you'd be playing 6 versus 3, and if you were on that 3-man team, there was no chance. So it really depends on player skill level and that player gap on skill level, mostly, on how well you guys can perform. And I feel that if you have a good team, you don't really have to worry about that. So what I said before about this game being a Call of Duty killer, that's the wrong way to look at it. It's definitely a contender in the FPS category as something that's enjoyable. If you like Battlefield, and if you like Halo, and you like those types of gameplays, or that style of gameplay, and you like a little bit of Call of Duty, you're going to like this game. It's very fun, and it's interesting. It's different, it's refreshing, and I enjoyed playing it a lot more than I thought. I told Drifter a long time ago about sniping in Battlefield. I was with a big group of guys, and they were all PC/COD console players who just love using those try-hard weapons. I mentioned to him, I was like, you know, if they made Battlefield sniping without the bullet drop, it'd be a lot better. And that's nearly what this is. It does take a little while, you know, you have to make sure you hit that headshot, and if someone moves a little bit, you're going to miss, but it's not necessarily as hard as Battlefield to snipe on. So for right now, this game has my seal of approval. I'll probably buy it when it comes out and check out the full version, and it seems like something that's going to be really exciting. And if you don't really like Ghost, this could be your go-to game. Then again, if you don't like mechs and you don't like things like that, you might have a hard time. Anyway guys, this is Cross. Take care.